triangulation. Good morning, guys, and I am so glad that you are here with me on this day. Well, I just wanted to reach out with you just real brief because I'm getting so much information about narcissists. So much information about narcissists. I want you to understand that I personally have had my share of narcissists in my life. And I want you to understand that they all act the same. That's the first thing. I also want you to know that that's why it's so important when you deal with people, you qualify people to be in your experience. That's why it's so important when you're entertaining relationships not to get sexually involved. Because when you get sexually involved, it clouds your mind where you can't make a good assessment about the person that's showing up in your life. Triangulation. I want you to understand that a toxic person or a narcissistic person, they all have a story to tell. And as chosen people of God, we have to learn to pay attention to what they're saying. For example, well, I was with my last, the last lady I was with, she gonna call the police on me. I didn't even do anything. You know what I'm saying? I just barely, just pulled her arm and she called the police on me. I would never hurt a woman. Or you would hear things like, he, he for whatever reason, he accused me of running up his credit cards. And so they put, the bank called me and all this stuff. I went through all this stuff with my ex, and I would never, use up his credit card. Well, I used it 2 or 3 times. Or they're like, you're my wife. Or I love you, within a day or 2 or a week of knowing them. Or what they try to do is get you sexually involved as quickly as possible, because the narcissist knows that if he can get you sexually involved, he got you, because there's no way, or she has you, that you can really make a true assessment. And so what they do is they come into situations with a sob story about this ex. But what they fail to tell you is that they still fooling with this ex. They got you thinking that this ex was this terrible person, that they did all these negative, bad things to them, and that, they want to really experience true love. All I ever wanted was to have a wife. All I ever wanted was really to have a husband. And this person was just abusive. They used up my money. They did all kind of bad things to me. Little do you know, they're talking about what they did to that person, right? So you listen to the stories that they're telling you about this person. So you let the narcissistic person into your life. Okay. Then the next thing you know, the ex pops up. Well, they say things like, well, she just called me out of the blue. And then you're like, well, I thought that you didn't like her. I thought that she had you arrested. Well, we were able to kind of work through all of that. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. We're just friends. And you're looking like, but you said that this woman was about ready to put you in jail for like 5 years. What? Oh, so now, you trying to argue. You can't judge nobody. Look at you. You had bad stuff happen with your ex. Your life ain't all what it's cracked up to be. I mean, I could tell you some stuff that's real bad about you. And you're like, well, I'm not trying to really say anything bad about you. I'm just saying that I thought that we were in our relationship. I don't feel comfortable. Don't you talk to men? Don't you talk to men? Well, yeah. Well, then you can't tell me who to talk to. I mean, it's unbelievable what these people will do to twist your brain in knots. And the narcissists, they always have triangulation going on. They always have a third party going on. Those are some examples of some of the things that they would do. You have to be careful, chosen ones. about this type of energy, because this energy, it kills and steals and destroys people. And you have to be equipped, because narcissists love chosen ones. They love you because of the high frequency, the high spirit that you have. They love to get a hold of you because you're a potent supply. Because the Spirit of God is inside of you, and they want that. They want to strip that completely out of you because they don't have that. I want you to think about that. Have you had any of those situations show up? Have you had somebody talk so negatively about an ex, and then they hook you, and then they bait you, and then they switch the story on you? Now all of a sudden the ex and them are back talking, or they forgave the ex and they're friends, and you shouldn't judge people. Or you pick up the phone and you see the ex texting. Have you had any of those experiences? I would love to hear it below, because this is some of the information that I'm getting that some of you all are going through. I want you to know that you deserve so much better than that. But I want you to be aware of the tricks of the enemy through the veil of narcissism. Until the next video, peace. I love you and believe in you too. Bye now.